Dear students, in my previous presentation, I have discussed about two important concepts, that is space lattice and basis, which are very essential to understand crystal structure. Also, we came to know that the space lattice is made up of unit cells, and we also discussed different types of unit cells. In this presentation, I am going to discuss about the classification of crystals. Presentation includes classification of crystals, 7 crystal systems, 14 Bravais lattices, and finally I am going to discuss the important characteristics of cubic unit cells. Now, based on different criterias which are related to the crystal structure, crystals are classified into different types. Now, if you consider the entire structure of a crystal, we will be having 230 crystal forms. These 230 crystal forms are also called as space groups. Altogether, based on the complete structure, the crystals are classified into 230 different types of crystals, and they are also called as 230 space groups. If we classify the crystals based on only the symmetry elements which are present in the crystal structure, we are going to obtain 32 different types, and these 32 different types of crystals are called as 32 crystal classes or 32 point groups. If we concentrate only on the type of the space lattice, then the crystals are classified into 14 Bravais lattices. And finally, if the classification of crystals is based on only the relationship between the unit cell parameters, then the crystals are divided into 7 crystal systems. And in this presentation, we are going to discuss 7 crystal systems in detail, and finally we obtain 14 Bravais lattices. Now, based on the relationship between unit cell parameters A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma, the crystals are classified into 7 crystal systems, which are as shown in the table: cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, rhombohedral, hexagonal, monoclinic and triclinic. Now, this classification is based on the relationship between unit cell parameters, the relationship between A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma. And this table clearly explains the unit cell parameters of 7 crystal systems. Now, let us discuss these 7 crystal systems in detail. In cubic crystals, the repetition intervals along all the 3 axes are of equal length. That means A is equal to B, B is equal to C. And crystal axes are perpendicular to each other. That is, alpha is equal to beta, beta is equal to gamma, and all these 3 angles are equal to 90 degree. And if you look at the cubic crystals, we are going to see that the cubic crystals are having 3 types of Bravais lattices: simple, body centered and face centered. And therefore, from the cubic system, we will obtain 3 types of Bravais lattices. One is simple cubic, in short it is called as SC, body centered cubic, that means BCC, face centered cubic, that is FCC. The example for the cubic crystals are gold, copper, NaCl, etc. Tetragonal crystal. In this crystal, only 2 of the axes have repetition intervals of equal length, but all the crystal axes are perpendicular to each other. That means A is equal to B, B not equal to C. Alpha, beta, gamma are equal to 90 degree. And this system is having two space lattices. One is primitive and another one is body centered. The third one is orthorhombic crystal. Now orthorhombic crystal is one in which the three axes have repetition intervals of unequal length. That means A is not equal to B, which is not equal to C, but the crystal axes are perpendicular to one another. And this crystal system is one in which we found the four different types of space lattices: primitive, body centered, face centered, and C face centered. Rhombohedral, and this is also called as trigonal. This crystal system is having only one type of space lattice, Bravais lattice, which is primitive. Hexagonal crystal system, and this crystal system includes again only one Bravais lattice, which is primitive, and the unit cell is in such a way that A is equal to B, which is not equal to C. Alpha, beta angles are 90 degree, whereas gamma is equal to 120 degree. Monoclinic crystal system. Now this monoclinic crystal system is one in which the three edges are of unequal lengths. The two angles alpha and gamma are equal to 90 degree and beta is not equal to 90 degree. And this crystal system is having two types of Bravais lattices. One is primitive, another one is B face centered. And the last crystal system is triclinic. Triclinic crystal system is one in which all the edges are of unequal length and all the angles are not equal and they are also not equal to 90 degree. And this unit cell is having only one Bravais lattice. Therefore, altogether from 7 crystal systems we can have 14 Bravais lattices. Now this complete classification is summarized in the table as shown on the slide. 7 crystal systems, their parameters, and from the 7 crystal systems we will be having 14 Bravais lattices which is shown in lattice symbol column. Okay. Now out of 7 crystal systems we will concentrate only on the cubic crystal system, and this cubic crystal system is having 3 types of Bravais lattices. One is simple cubic, body centered cubic, and the face centered cubic. And in the next slides we are going to discuss important characteristics of these cubic unit cells. Characteristics of cubic unit cells. First one is the volume of the unit cell. Since the unit cell is cubic, the edges are equal, then the volume of the cubic unit cell is V is equal to A cube, where A is nothing but the edge. All the edges are equal, all the edges are considered as A. Therefore, the volume of the unit cell, cubic unit cell, is A cube. Next, if you fix the atoms in the cubic unit cell, and the atom is having its radius, and the radius is denoted by either small r or capital R, and these atoms, the radius of these atoms can be expressed in terms of the lattice constant, that is A. Now here what we are going to do, we are going to assume that the atoms which are present in the unit cell are of same size, all the atoms are perfectly spherical in shape, and while fixing atoms into the different types of cubic unit cells, they touch one another along certain directions. By identifying such directions, we can able to express the radius of the atom in terms of the lattice constant A. Okay. The next important characteristic is number of atoms per unit cell. It is denoted by N or Z. What is the meaning of this? It is a number. It represents the number of atoms actually a unit cell has. What is the meaning of this? Now, if you fix the atoms at the lattice points, these atoms, depending upon their position, they will shared by the other unit cells. If an atom is present at the corner of a unit cell, now if you consider the complete space lattice, the atom at the corner is shared by 8 other, totally 8 unit cells. If you consider an atom which is present at the center of the face of an unit cell, then this atom is shared by 2 unit cells. Therefore, here, depending upon the atoms and their positions, now we have to calculate what is the contribution of the atoms towards a particular unit cell, and we have to take the contribution from all the atoms, and finally we have to calculate the number of atoms per unit cell. Okay, that means in a unit cell representation, though we see each atom as one full unit, many of them lie being shared by the surrounding unit cells in the crystal lattice. Thus, if we evaluate the share that the unit cell has for each of its constituent atoms and sum up the share, then we get the actual number of atoms that the unit cell has for its own account. Now, this number varies from structure to structure depending upon the location of the following categories. If atoms are present at the corners, if NC represent the number of corner atoms, then each atom will contribute 1/8 towards a particular unit cell. If NF represent the number of atoms at the face center, and each atom at the face center will contribute half towards a particular unit cell. And if Ni represent the number of atoms which are present inside an unit cell, it completely belongs to one particular unit cell. Therefore, depending upon the position of atoms, their share has to be considered and we have to sum up. Finally, we will able to calculate the number of atoms per unit cell. And this is done by using the formula N is equal to Nc by 8, Nf by 2 plus Ni. Okay. Let us see how we can calculate the number of atoms per unit cell and also how we can express the radius in terms of lattice constant A in case of 3 types of cubic unit cells. We will do it one after the other. First, let us consider simple cubic unit cell. In simple cubic unit cell, the atoms are present only at the corners, and the unit cell is having 8 corners, and therefore number of atoms at corners is, that is Nc is equal to 8. Therefore, we are not having any face centered atoms and body centered atoms. Therefore, the total number of atoms per unit cell is 8 by 8, that is 8 into 1 by 8, which is equal to 1. Now, you look at the second figure. If you see how these atoms are arranged, the atoms will come in contact with one another along the edges. Therefore, we will take that direction and we can express the radius of an atom in terms of A. That is, from the figure, the 2 times the radius of an atom is equal to A, therefore R is equal to A by 2. Now, these are the important characteristics of simple cubic unit cell. Consider the body centered unit cell. Before that, now look at the figure. From this figure you can easily make out how the corner atom is shared by 8 unit cells. You consider the central lattice point. In the figure you consider the central lattice point. Now if you place an atom here, this atom is shared by 4 upper unit cells and 4 lower unit cells. Therefore, an atom at the corner will belongs to 8 unit cells, and therefore its contribution towards 1 unit cell is only 1/8. Okay. Now, body centered cubic unit cell. Now in this unit cell, along with the atoms at the corner, we are going to find out an atom at the center of the unit cell as shown in the figure. Therefore, the number of atoms per unit cell is given by 8 into 1/8 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Now, if you look at the diagram, the atoms will come in contact along the body diagonal. By using this direction, you can express the radius in terms of A as R is equal to A root 3 by 4. Okay, now these are the important characteristics of BCC. Now you have to remember that the value of n for BCC is 2. The value of n for simple cubic is just 1. Now let us see what happens to the value of n for FCC crystal. In FCC crystal, we will be having atoms at the corners and also at the center of the faces as shown in the figure. The corner atoms is shared by 8 unit cells, whereas the face centered atoms are shared by only 2 unit cells. And we will be having 8 corner atoms and 6 face centered atoms. Therefore, let us calculate using the formula what we have discussed. The number of atoms per unit cell of FCC is 8/8, 6/2, and we have to add these two, that is 1 plus 3, which is equal to 4. Now n is 4 for BCC. Okay, and if you look at how these atoms are arranged, and we can see that the atoms will come in contact, they will touch one another along the face diagonal direction as shown in the third figure. And by using this, we can express the radius of an atom in terms of A, and in this case R is equal to A by 2 root 2. Now these are the important characteristics of cubic unit cells. Thank you.